Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Just a little bit of rain and snow out there on Storm Tracker 4, but we've got a whole lot more coming as Christmas Day approaches. We'll run it down for you. Jason.
All right, Ben, they're canceling Christmas in the UK. What we're learning about a new, potentially more dangerous, contagious strain of the coronavirus and the likelihood of it ending up in the U.S.
But we begin here at 5 with new information into the death of a 4-year-old girl in Oakland County. The little girl died Saturday. The family says she suffered severe bruises and internal bleeding.
It all happened at the Groveland Manor Mobile Home Park in Holly Township. Let's get to Priya Mann, who spoke with the family. And Priya, was her mom with her when this happened?
No, Jason, the family says the mom, Trinity's mom, was at work. She works overnight at a nursing home. When she started her shift at 7 p.m. on Friday night, Trinity was fine. When her shift was over 12 hours later at 7 a.m. Saturday morning, her little girl was gone.
She lived for Trinity. That's why she worked midnight, so that way Trinity was sleeping at night.
State police are investigating after 4-year-old Trinity Chandler died over the weekend.
Trinity was so sweet. She loved everybody. She got her new glasses. She loved her glasses, and she had to take pictures and show me the pictures.
Christine Cunningham says her daughter got a text from her boyfriend Saturday morning.
It said, something's wrong with Trinity. She's not getting up. And so he took her to the fire department.
How can you just drop her off at a firehouse instead of calling 911? If you'd called 911, you could have saved her.
There's something wrong, because why, you got a phone, why not call 911 and have the ambulance come there? There's something wrong.
The 4-year-old Holly Township girl was pronounced dead. The family says someone had contacted CPS in the past about Trinity.
They failed her. They failed her big time. CPS got called because there was 2 black eyes, there was a bruise on her cheek. CPS closed the case.
The family says they're devastated. This precious little girl died just days before Christmas.
She was loved. And if I knew anything like this was going to happen, we'd have went down and got her and kept her for a couple months.
She giggled a lot. She put a smile on people's faces. I just wanted to be remembered for being a child that was greatly loved by her dad, by her mom.
Now, sources tell us an autopsy has not yet been completed, so we don't have a cause of death. State police will only say they're investigating. No one has been charged. The family has set up a GoFundMe account to help cover funeral expenses. If you'd like to help them, we have that information up on clickondetroit.com. Reporting live tonight, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Yeah, just awful. All right, Priya, thanks.
Okay, now to some encouraging news in today's coronavirus numbers. 4,551 new cases over the past 48 hours. That averages out to nearly 2,300 cases per day, a significant decline. With that, the state reports 71 new deaths over that same time period. Meanwhile, countries across the globe have quickly closed their borders to the United Kingdom as a new coronavirus variant is effectively canceling Christmas celebrations in parts of England.
The concern shared by the global community is if this variant becomes more widespread, it could make the virus even harder to control. Dr. McGeorge is here to explain all that for us. Hey, Doc.
Hey, Jason and Kim. Yeah, you know, we've talked about different changes or mutations that happen with some regularity to the SARS-CoV-2 virus. These can often be useful to trace when and where the virus is spreading. Occasionally, though, several individual mutations either accumulate or they occur at once, and that can give rise to a new variant of the virus with new characteristics.
It is with a very heavy heart, I must tell you, we cannot continue with Christmas as planned.
That coming over the weekend as British Prime Minister Boris Johnson announced the concern over a new coronavirus variant in the UK.
It may be up to 70% more transmissible.
France has closed ports to the UK, while Germany, Italy, Turkey, and Canada have closed their borders to air traffic. The new coronavirus variant is currently known by a couple of different unassuming names. The UI 2020-1201 for virus under investigation, or, based on its viral lineage, it's known as B117. It has 17 distinct mutations, 8 in the gene that encodes the spike protein that allows the virus to bind to and enter our cells. It's thought to have developed in a chronically infected individual. The concern? There's been a distinct increase in its presence in southeast England.
Initial analysis suggests that this variant is growing faster than the existing variants. We've currently identified over 1,000 cases with this variant, predominantly in the south of England.
It was first identified in September, and there is already evidence that it's made its way to Italy, Belgium, Denmark, and the Netherlands. So far, there is no indication that this variant produces more severe illness or would make the existing vaccines any less effective.
Now, there are ongoing lab studies to really test if this variant is genuinely more transmissible. The issue is, of course, that even if it's not more dangerous by itself, if it spreads more easily, it's more likely to infect someone who is going to be at higher risk and essentially still cause more illness and death.
And Frank, I know we're separated by an ocean, but is there any indication of whether this variant could be present in the United States?
Important point. Not in any of the reports that I have seen so far, but if this is truly more transmissible, in time it will become a more dominant or more common strain, and it really only takes one infected person to essentially import it from somewhere else.
Yeah. And Doc, you've also got an update on your experience getting the Pfizer vaccine. Tell us about that.
Yeah, suffice it to say, I spoke too soon last Thursday when I said I didn't have any side effects. I'll be back at 6 to talk more about that.
All right, we look forward to it. Thanks, Doc. A second COVID vaccine is being delivered around the country today.
Millions of doses of Moderna's vaccine are being shipped to thousands of sites nationwide. Clinical trials show it is as effective as Pfizer's vaccine, but doesn't require sub-zero storage. This week, CVS and Walgreens began administering vaccines to residents of long-term care facilities. Health officials are optimistic about this vaccine.
It's an exciting time. It's an exciting moment to have a weapon and a tool that can end this pandemic.
This is a shot for hope. This is truly a shot for hope.
A CDC advisory committee recommends the next phase to get vaccinated include Americans 75 and older and frontline workers. President-elect Joe Biden received his first dose of the coronavirus vaccine.
Biden received the first shot of the Pfizer BioNTech vaccine this afternoon in Wilmington, Delaware. His wife, Dr. Jill Biden, received the vaccine today as well. The Bidens hope to boost confidence and encourage Americans to be vaccinated. Vice President-elect Kamala Harris and her husband, Doug Emhoff, will each receive their first dose of the vaccine next week. Well, there was a long line at the car wash today, and that seems to have been a little ill-advised.
Yeah, some rain falling in spots already out there. Let's get over to Ben here at 5 as we make our way closer to Christmas here. Hi, Ben.
Yeah, guys, you got to keep the dirt in check when you can, but you're right. There's more rain and snow out there on Storm Tracker 4. This stuff, at least the larger push, looked like it was getting out of here, and you can see between Lansing and Jackson, we're seeing a little bit more of that fill in. And we're likely going to see this continue through a good chunk of the evening. Air temperatures have been above 32, but some of these road temperatures are starting to cool, especially on that 23 trek there between Flint and Ann Arbor. Road temperatures there, according to Storm Tracker 4, pretty close to that freezing mark, about 33 as of right now. So here's how the rest of this precipitation is going to play out. We will see this sort of regenerate through the evening, and then once we get closer to 11 o'clock midnight tonight, I think a lot of this is going to shut down. But look at the impacts over the next several days. Only getting more impressive as we get through Wednesday, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day. Highest impact there because of the cold and the wind chills, but there is more snow in the forecast. So we'll talk about the potential for a white Christmas coming up, guys.
Okay, Ben. A new COVID relief bill to help residents and businesses could be signed today by Governor Gretchen Whitmer. The Michigan House announced this morning it approved the $483 million package that was passed by the Senate Friday night. The bill, which includes $220 million to extend unemployment benefits through March, heads to the governor's desk for her signature. The plan includes relief payments to businesses and workers struggling to stay afloat because of the pandemic.
From Lansing, we turn to Washington, where some help is finally on the way for millions of struggling Americans. Congress has agreed on that pandemic relief package that includes direct payments to many Americans. Along with the COVID relief bill, Congress is working to pass a $1.4 trillion funding plan to keep the government running through September of next year. Alice Barr following a very busy few days in Washington.
Jason, lawmakers worked out their final disagreements over the relief bill over the weekend and spent today putting it to paper to finally vote on it and send help just ahead of the holidays. With a deal in hand, Congress is racing to pass a $900 billion COVID relief bill before another midnight government shutdown deadline. After months of gridlock, the package is a lifeline for millions of struggling Americans set to lose federal benefits the day after Christmas.
The American people have waited long enough.
The bill includes a new round of stimulus checks. People making less than $75,000 a year will get $600, plus the same for any child, adding up to $2,400 for the average family of four. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin.
People are going to see this money the beginning of next week. I expect it's needed in a short period of time, and I think this will take us through the recovery.
Some lawmakers in both parties had pushed for larger checks.
It is so little, so late.
But that was a deal breaker for fiscal conservatives. The package also gives an additional $300 a week in unemployment benefits, along with billions for small businesses, vaccine distribution, and schools. Democrats insist this is not the end, banking on a larger rescue package next year after President-elect Joe Biden takes office.
Anyone who thinks this bill is enough hasn't heard the desperation in the voices of their constituents, has not looked into the eyes of a small business owner on the brink of ruin.
For now, a final push to carry desperately needed emergency relief over the finish line. The White House says President Trump will sign the relief bill into law once it reaches his desk. In Washington, Alice Barr, Local 4.
Okay, Alice, and much more to come on the stimulus. Help me, Hank.
A stimulus deal done, but what does that mean for you? How much money could Detroiters see? And also, what do you need to be aware of because scammers are looking to take that money? I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank, tonight.
And 32 years later, new criminal charges in the 1988 Pan Am bombing. Why families of the victims say their patience has finally paid off. And here's Rod.
A new auto plant with 5,000 jobs makes a huge difference in any neighborhood.
So often, the east side has been forgotten, but not today.
And on the city's east side, it's going to be transformational, and there is more money flowing in. We'll tell you where and how.